Listen, I want you, but if you are not actively pursuing me, I will not chase you. And if you can handle the thought of me being with someone else one day, then I'm not the one.
Bring back the days of hitting on women, please. I just came back from a high rocks class, and girl, I do so much. I put myself out there, but you guys are either not in that space, or even if they are like so closed off. I mean, I even dress cute. Like, look at my outfit. Look at it. Look at the back of this. It's so cute. Everyone's dressing up cute, and guys are just like lazy or just zoned out, or I don't know, or taken, I guess. Look at that butt. I'm putting myself through high rocks. Like, come on. What do you want me to do? I'm not going on the dating apps. Have you seen the guys on dating apps? I'm not putting this on the dating app. So God help me, and that's the end of this video.
Girl, delete this. This is not helping your brother.
There's no good masculine men out there who can actually help me with the basic necessities of life. And so I gotta do it all on my own. When we get to the extreme of hyper independence, we come to this belief that we no longer need the presence of a man, or that we no longer need the presence of anybody. We end up leaving no room for a high quality man into our lives, who wants to provide, who wants to show up. Can you set the intention to actually make room to receive that man?
Can somebody explain something to me, please? I want to know where all of the good men have gone. Where are all of the chivalrous men? Where are they? Because I just went into Circle K with a stroller, right? And there was nobody around except for the guy at the counter. And he's just staring at me as I'm struggling trying to get through the entrance. Struggling. Because there's no like handicapped, you know, push button where it opens. And I'm just like trying to get the stroller in there. And he's just staring at me. And then to top it off, another man walks in as I'm walking out of Circle K, watches me struggle again getting out of Circle K as I'm opening the door and trying to push the stroller through. What is going on? Where have all the good men gone? Where? Why? I just don't understand. I just don't understand. There's no like kindness anymore. Where has all the kindness gone? I don't know. I don't know what to say. You guys have a good day. Hopefully better than mine. Bye!
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
This guy made a post talking about, if $25 is too much for you to eat, you're too big for me. And I commented and I said, oh, good for you, King. Set your boundaries. As long as you're sending money, like 25 is enough. And he goes, no, I'm talking about in general. I'm not speaking about me. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. If you're broke, just say that, baby.
It's come to my attention that the fellas are now starting something where they're saying they're going to be financially celibate, meaning that they're not going to be spending any money on a woman until marriage. Okay, this is my thing. What woman in her right mind can you actually date and not spend no money on her until y'all get married? It's like y'all are saying, y'all are upset with women who are becoming celibate and saying, well, since y'all saying that y'all want to wait until marriage, we just ain't gonna spend no money until marriage. A woman who got common sense and is not gonna deal with no scrubby man, that's not gonna work with. More and more, y'all come up with things to make y'allself more lonely. Y'all gonna push the male loneliness epidemic even further with that foolishness. The women are making more money now. We're more independent. We're becoming more financially stable than men. And this is not to bash men or put men down. But y'all saying y'all ain't finna spend money on women no more like that. A lot of y'all already ain't spending money on women now because you don't have it to spend.
My first question is, why didn't someone ask the store employees for help? It's almost like it's their job to assist customers with such tasks. But then someone took up the time to set up a camera and film it, almost knowing that that was going to be the end result.
I'm not kidding you. 80-something-year-old lady just stopped and asked me for help.
That doesn't come as a surprise because a lot of individuals from other generations still actually retain these things called manners. They actually ask for help when they need it and don't just expect it.
3 men passed me by.
But did someone ask them for help or just expect it? Moreover, they probably saw the camera in the back of the car, so I can completely understand them not wanting to be in someone's video.
Teach your kids better. Golly. Hey, I don't need no man. I can handle my own. But there might be somebody out here that can.
Indeed. And those individuals that cannot handle things on their own probably have the manners to actually ask for help instead of just expecting it.
I find it so funny when guys are like, I can't get any girls, no one wants me, blah, blah, blah. And then they don't take care of their appearance. They don't go to the gym, they don't have any career aspirations. Why would we want a man who cannot take care of himself? Because I can guarantee that we're not going to be doing it for you. So my number one tip for any guy looking for women and they can't seem to get one, take a look in the mirror. Obviously, personality plays a big role in dating too. You want someone with a great personality, but especially when it comes to online dating, what is the first thing that we see about you? Your looks. If you don't style your hair, you have poor hygiene, you don't go to the gym, you're overweight, that's literally the first thing we're going to notice about you. It has never been so complicated either. Groom your beard, style your hair, and nothing fancy. Throw in like the base sea salt texture spray or the pomade or something. Just like give your hair some texture, some hold. Get better fitting clothes, go to the gym. And finally, work on yourself. Go chase that promotion that you've been wanting. Figure out what you want to do in life. No offense, but we don't want a bum or someone who doesn't know what they're doing in life. It's that simple.
And like some of the rappers have said, these women ain't loyal. Don't save her. She does not want to be saved. She don't want to be saved. Let her go back to the streets from whence she came. Leave her out there. There's no reason for you to be out here ruining your mental health and spending your money on somebody who don't care about you.
I'm paying for my meal and your meal. I'm not paying for your kids' meal. No.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not paying for their kids' meal. No.
So you don't think you owe me after having me wait an hour and a half?
I told you I owe you when I take you out.
Okay,
Again.
and so you're going to pay for my kids' food?
No, I'm not doing that.
Can you please go ahead and
I'm not doing that. No. Hold on, beautiful. Hold on. Don't do that.
Why you not bring two, please?
What's in that, Kiera?
Bring 2 orders.
Why should I do that, Kiera?
Because you sit right here on the date.
I was late to the date.
You bring 2 orders.
But I'm saying, why would I get her kids food?
This is absolutely ridiculous. If she was really that bothered about him being late to the date, I get it. She could have left. But to automatically assume that he owes her, like, the kids' meal as well, this is a reason why some men don't want to date single moms. And that's totally valid. You should never expect a man to pay for your kids' food or even your own food or for a babysitter. I've seen a mix of all of this and it's absolutely insane. Dating is already expensive enough for men. You shouldn't just have that piled on.
Okay, so I have a question and I need a female perspective and I need a male perspective. So if I'm a woman and I'm like out and about and I see a guy that's cute and maybe you're like catching like eye contact with him, is a cute way or a cool way to like approach him, like hand your number like on a napkin and be like, this is from the messenger, or I'm just the messenger, and then on it be like, the messenger thinks you're cute. Like, I feel like that would be such a cute thing. Like, if you saw somebody out and you thought that they were cute, like, what do we think of that? Like, or like, what is a good way for a woman to like open the door to be like, I think you're cute? Because that's like, I do understand it's like hard, like, and I think like the internet has pinned male and females against each other so much. Like males are like almost scared to approach women now. But like, what is a good way for a woman to like open up the door and be like, hey, like, I'm interested in you. Like, here's my number. Like, let's talk. Like, what is a good way to do it without like not doing too much? Like, what do we think? I need a female's perspective and a male's perspective.
Pregnancy addiction is real.
So when are we going to start talking about pregnancy addiction? When are we going to start calling out pregnancy addiction? You know that woman who's pregnant all year round, every year without fail? You know the women who just lay up on their back, pushing out baby after baby after baby as if we're still in the baby boom era? You know the women who in fact love to make pregnancy their personality? The women who love to be the pregnant woman on the block? When are we going to start calling that out? Because as much as we're always on the Nick Cannons in the world, right? We're always on the men that are out there having baby after baby after baby. There are women that are doing the exact same thing. They're doing the exact same thing. And just because those kids hopefully are all under the same roof when we're talking about the mother, that does not make it any better. Because I guarantee you, each one of those children are receiving a different kind of mom.
Like let people, if they're able to take care of their kids, let them have the kids. Don't worry about it. If you don't want to have kids, then that's fine. You don't have to. But don't be mad at somebody because they want to have a big family.
If you ever get nervous to talk to a man in public, just remember they're a man.
Yes, a man would in fact be a man. I'm glad so many individuals out there can have a good grasp of the obvious. But why did they say that with what seems like disgust in their voice?
They're men. Even the hot ones, they're still men at the end of the day. They're men. You simply breathing, you're already better than them.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, someone had enough internal fortitude to put their prejudice on full display for everyone to see and admit what they really think about men. Unfortunately, though, this is not an uncommon belief system among some women. They actually are of the opinion that they are superior to men by simply existing. Yet, when put on the spot, many of them cannot actually articulate an argument that would actually convince any rational person that they would be correct. But the saddest part about that is that a lot of these women will be the first to claim that they are in fact feminists. But then again, it's not all that uncommon for some individuals to use words without even understanding what they mean.
A lot of these modern women continue to do things for the plot, chase a feeling instead of establishing a foundation. Oh, well, he didn't give me butterflies, or, that spark, I didn't feel that spark. And y'all place too much emphasis on lightning striking you in your behind instead of placing emphasis on building something stable.
I don't know if any other girls feel like this, but I can't wait until I am in a situation with a guy where I'm not out of sight, out of mind. I feel like every guy that I've dated, talked to, situationship, has always been like, can't see her, she's not there. Like, out of sight, out of mind. And I don't know if I'm the only person that like deals with this, or maybe I'm just picking terrible guys, but where are all of the good guys that don't do that or pretend like I don't exist when I'm not with you? I would like one of them, please. Thank you. I mean, maybe that's all guys. I don't know. Like, it doesn't seem to be that way, but like, where are we finding the good guys? Where are they? What are they doing? And also, if you are in a relationship or a situation where you're not out of sight, out of mind, what's it like? Drop it in the comments. Let me live through you, because right now, times are tough for your girl, and I'm losing hope.
So many people do not walk away from a marriage because it got toxic. They walk away because it got boring. No chaos, no drama, no butterflies every 5 minutes. Just routines, bills, kids, quiet nights, the same person choosing you again and again. And instead of feeling safety, they call it falling out of love. Real love is not loud all the time. It doesn't always feel exciting. Sometimes it feels steady, predictable, peaceful. And if your nervous system was trained on chaos, peace can feel uncomfortable. That's when people confuse calm for disconnection, consistency for complacency, commitment for confinement. Marriage doesn't because nothing's happening. It dies when two people stop choosing to make something happen. Passion is not found, it is built. And the couples that last are not the ones that never got bored. They are the ones that refuse to quit when love stops entertaining them and starts asking them to grow.
I didn't see this coming. Y'all ready?
A lot of y'all are asking women like me, or, some of my friends, oh, why are you single? Because men are not ready for the type of woman like me. They get our number, they talk to us for a little bit, and it's like they don't know what to do with us. Because we require accountability. We require consistency. We require consideration. We require for you to be the man that you said you were going to be. And as soon as you start seeing those things and seeing that you have to live up to those things, that's when y'all back out. That's when y'all go ghost. That's when y'all go find another woman who doesn't require all those things. So then a lot of y'all are asking women like me, or, some of my friends, oh, why are you single? Because men are not ready for the type of woman like me. They're not ready for accountability. I'm going to hold you accountable. If you tell me you're going to do something, I'm going to expect you to do it.
Keeping their word, doing what they say they're going to do. Are you accountable? How are you adding value? How are you helping out in any way to him? What benefit are you to him? Yes, you want him to do what he say he's gonna do, which is yes, a man will do that. Keep his word. That's called keeping a word. Someone not keeping their word, that's a problem. But a guy may not be continuing to do things that you want because he's speaking to you, speaking with you, listening to you, probably finding out you're not the person that he want to be with. That's more than likely the reason why. If he wanted to be with you, he will be with you.
How has dating been for you at this point in your life?
It's not that hard for me, obviously.
Well, yeah, like not in the sense of is it difficult? I feel like you attract good women just across the board. Do you feel like those are the women you choose? Are those the women that you want? Are those the women that you would go for? Or would you rather have maybe someone that's just more temporary? Being where you're at right now in your life. High value man.
I typically go for more temporary, lately especially, because I'm not looking to like
settle down.
Totally settle down, not totally.
Yeah. What is almost? What does that look like?
I mean, almost is dealing with the same person consistently, but
not committing.
Committing to me is almost like moving in or proposing. Like, I'm not at that point.
Wait. Okay, rewind. You're saying to date someone seriously, you're not ready to date someone seriously because that means engagement, moving in, those steps. But dealing with someone consistently, that just looks like dealing with the same person consistently?
Yeah.
Isn't that like purgatory for a woman?
What does that mean?
Like there's no guarantee on where things are gonna go?
I mean, there's no guarantees in life.
You know, a lot of these modern women be talking about the dating pool dried up and there's no good men left. Not really. It's not really dried up. The men are still out there. It's just that they've relocated. They're doing things like going overseas, getting the passport, and honestly and truly going different locations where you're not likely to be, and finding women and happiness for their lives.
I'm 53. It has been several years. Where are all the good men? I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just tired. I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person. Why is it so hard to find your person?
It's not.
I'm tired.
It's not. The guy's probably in her friend list. He's right there, but she's overlooking him because she's probably trying to get a guy that probably don't want her. She's going off after the bad guys, the bad boys, right? And expecting that they're gonna make coffee with her and do all this stuff and hold her hands and do all that stuff. No, the guy that's gonna do that is usually the guy that is being friend zoned. The nice guy. The guy that you can call for anything. He's ready, waiting for you to just pick up your phone and call him. That's the guy that you want to be in a relationship. Now, he's not gonna have the bad guy attitude, the bad boy, type of attitude, but he is the one that you're actually looking for. You just want him to be the bad boy with that good attitude. He's there. Just trust me. Look in your friend list. He's there. You'll find him.
You want to know the secret to staying together in your marriage. It's not flowers. It's not fancy date nights. It's deciding not to lose your mind over the small stuff. Like when he leaves the wet towel on the bed and you just stare at him like, is this a cry for help or a test of my patience? Or when you say, I'm fine, and he believes you. Sir, have we learned nothing? Marriage is not a constant honeymoon. It's teamwork with a dash of sarcasm and a whole lot of, I love you, I just don't like you right now. It's picking your battles. Like, no, I'm not going to argue with how you loaded the dishwasher tonight. you loaded the dishwasher. It's laughing when you want to scream. It's choosing grace when you could choose to be petty. Okay, after you've been a little petty. Staying together is not about perfection. It's about showing up again after arguments, after the silent treatment, after the you are breathing too loud moments. Because love isn't a feeling that stays. It's a choice you make every single day. And sometimes that choice sounds like you are lucky you're cute.
Where in the world do the most chivalrous men reside? Here in Australia, anyone who's friends with me knows that I have a vendetta against Australian men. The level of manners and just general care towards women is so low. Here's an example. The other day I was on the tram and I was with River, my 3-year-old, and I had 2 big bags with me. I got on the tram and there were only single seats left. So I said to River, sit on that seat and I'm just gonna stand next to you. And he was like, no, because he's very shy, so he didn't want to sit next to a stranger. So we went back and forth a few times, and then a guy a few seats behind me said, oh yeah, take my seat and then I'll sit there and then you guys can sit together. Oh, thanks, that's so nice. So I didn't really think much of it. And then the woman sitting across from me was like, oh my God, we have a gentleman on the tram. I was like, yeah, we do actually. She's like, no, like we actually have a gentleman. I was like, yes, honey. You are so right. Like the bar is low. The fact that we are so surprised by this really small minor act of chivalry is crazy. I need to know where in the world, I mean, I feel like European men are just top tier. So what about American men? Are they like as bad as Australian men? I haven't been to America for a while. And do you know what? The last time I was in America, I don't think I really cared about this type of thing as much as I do now. Ever since I had a baby, I'm like, I can do something that you will never be able to do and you'll never be able to match. So yes, you will open a door for me. And yes, you will be polite and chivalrous and worship women because we are a jewel to be adorned, right? Where are these men?
A lot of these modern women think that men are going to be distraught when they leave a man, only to find out that that man had done the work to heal, and when he's not really thinking about you anymore, then that's really what bothers you, because you don't really have control over him like you thought you did. Your box wasn't good enough, wasn't as good as you thought it was. My divine feminine, not as good as you thought it was.
Are supposed to be the heads of the household. Do you know what my first thought was anytime my mother would say, go and talk to your dad? It was, I'm supposed to go and talk to the angry stranger who lives in our home? Like, ma'am, I'm a child, not a licensed therapist.
Let's be so for real. When are you all going to stop making up stories like this to solidify your hatred and your thought process about why all men are terrible men? Because if you're old enough as an adult to recognize that you're a child and that your dad was a stranger, then you're old enough to recognize that you were a child and you probably weren't thinking that. All you are is thinking it that way now because of the propaganda due to feminism and all of the that you're fed and your belief systems now as an adult. And you say this because it solidifies your victimhood and gives you the attention that you crave so desperately from other women and people on the internet. You wear your daddy issues as like this badge of honor to solidify your hatred for men instead of fixing the issues that you have and finding and attracting the good men that are out there and that are worth it. And all it really is an excuse to dictate your poor behavior and your poor decision making and your impulse control based off of this thought process and your hatred for men. And of course, to dodge accountability. But what gets me the most is y'all want to blame the fathers all of the time, but you never blame your moms for picking the men in the first place. And if you were actually being honest and truthful about what was really going on as a child, we all know that if our moms told us to go to our dads, we were terrified because of the discipline that he could instill in us. Okay, bye.
Guys, I have something to say. Men are not picking their women up in helicopters anymore. And let me tell you what I mean by that. Let me paint a picture for you of the type of relationship that has always been an example for me growing up. My parents, great example of a relationship. They are not the type of people to yell at each other, fight, call each other names. Like, they have always just been such a good example for me and my sisters. And my dad is also a great example of like what you deserve as a woman. And I'll give you a little example of that. When my dad proposed to my mother, he like picked out her outfit, laid it out on the bed for her when he went to work in the morning. She got up, put on her cute outfit. Oh, how nice. Like, he planned something special for me. Interesting. Then at the end of the day, he shows up at her office in downtown Miami with flowers in a helicopter. My dad rented a helicopter to take him to my mom's office, pick her up, and take her on a sunset cruise in the sky where he proposed to her. So I grew up thinking like, that is how a man acts. That is how a man like shows he loves you. He goes above and beyond, you know, like that is my expectation in my head. So then it's just really hard for me to understand how for like 2.5+ years, I accepted the like bare minimum lackluster bars and behavior from my ex-boyfriend. And then also, to top it off, let me give you a little story of this weekend. Another example of me just like expecting such like low behavior from Ben. So I go to this birthday party. And me and my roommate had been kind of scoping out the partiful all week. The host of the party was very much like playing Cupid. I ended up meeting this guy. Super nice, super cute, super fun. We mix and mingle all night. We're like flirting, dancing with each other all night. After the party, he like invites me to come to a concert with him. So I was like, I'm along for the ride. Like, let's go. He's like paying for everything, paying for my ticket to get in, like being very nice, being very thoughtful. So I'm like, oh, this is great. You know, whatever. I end up hanging out with this guy until like 4 a.m. Which is like not usually my jam. I gotta get home. Like my cats eat breakfast at 6 a.m. even on the weekend. So I was like, I gotta go. Anyways, he's like asking me to follow him on Instagram. After this night of being like a perfect gentleman, you are gonna ask me to be like a groupie and follow you on Instagram. That is what I feel like right now. Like, I feel like a groupie. So I'm like, I'll bite. I'll follow you on Instagram. Maybe this guy's like, I don't know, like shy and like can't ask for my phone number. Whatever. I follow him on Instagram. He follows me back. Crickets. Nothing. This was on Friday. Today it is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's been 5 days. 5 days of like crickets. He watches all my Instagram stories. He's liked my posts that I posted. Like, but like nothing. And I'm like, why do I have to be the person that makes the moves? Like, I'm not going to be the person that makes the moves. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I put myself out there enough Friday night. Like, and you couldn't even ask for my phone number. Like, come on. That is just like, but maybe he didn't want to see me again. You know, I don't know. I thought things were mutual. I thought it was a good time. He seemed like he was having a good time. But you know what? Maybe it's not as mutual as I thought. But it is just like another one of those instances of like guys being so like lame. So lame. Like men are not, they're not even, and the thing is like, I don't even need a grand gesture. A gesture in general, just a nice gesture would be great. But yeah, that's just kind of my 2 cents on like dating and like the like lack of effort, lack of like bare minimum effort. Like you couldn't even ask me for my phone number. My ex-boyfriend couldn't even buy me flowers. And my dad was showing up in a helicopter to propose to my mother. Like, we need to stand up.
A lot of these modern women, they don't understand the things that they say. It's ruining your life. Oh, a man don't approach anymore. A man don't approach first anymore. A man don't text first anymore. That's a man's job. First of all, it's both of your jobs. Second of all, when a man be texting first, oh, well, that's too desperate. I like a man that's not too available. Oh, he seems too interested. Do you think he's love bombing me? And all the other type of foolishness that for some reason you be thinking up in your head and projecting onto him.
You don't do yourself any favors by having children out of wedlock, especially when you start talking about getting men who earn more money. You just don't. Can it happen? Sure. But what are the likelihood? And that's when I ask ladies, what's the likelihood? What are the chances? Do you improve your odds or do you decrease your odds? And the thing is, ladies, I get it. You love your children unconditionally and you think that they're the best thing in the world. But to the world, that's just another person. That's hard for a lot of women to hear because women will for their kids. But to the men, it's like, Ain't my kid. Now, I've been a stepfather. I get it. But a stepfather is a crappy deal in general. Rarely do you hear children who had good step-parents shouting their step-parents out. They're quicker to shout their mothers out. But stepfathers end up taking on all the responsibility of a biological father and often don't get any of the respect in the entire bill. And you need to hear this, ladies, because every time you can point out a Shaquille O'Neal or somebody who says his biological didn't bother, that is an infinitesimally small number. Most men who are stepfathers, who have been stepfathers, will tell you, don't ever do it.
Someone sent this question in. Hi, Layla. Any practical advice for a recovering people pleaser? Firstly, I love that you're recovering. I think being a people pleaser starts when you're a child because you are probably seeking approval from those around you and you're scared to kind of make noise or rebel or stand up for yourself, and you just want to sort of get by and sneak under the radar and just keep everybody really happy. And of course, that kind of follows you into adulthood. I think the best place to start with getting over being a people pleaser is to very gently and slowly start establishing boundaries. People think of boundaries as this negative word, but it's not. As we get older, we have to realize that we have to put ourselves first. If you're not putting yourself first, nobody else is going to do that for you. Surrounding yourself with the right people is a great place to start. So if you feel like in order to be loved by the people around you, you have to cater to their needs and people please and be available 24/7 and fix their problems, that's not a friend. I don't think that's someone who has your best interest at heart. So I think revising the people around you is really important in this recovery phase, let's say. You can say no. Saying no is okay. You don't need to justify, you don't need to explain. And you'll realize slowly that with the right people around you, they will love you as you are. I say no a lot. Some people might find that difficult or annoying, but my friends understand me and understand that about me, and they still love me. If I had friends that were getting upset with me for canceling a plan or saying no to a plan, that's probably not the right friend.
What can you offer, ma'am? You weren't even married to a man. You have no history of taking care of a man. Y'all talk about high value men like they're a pair of shoes. And when I say go back to your ex, you say no, 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 no. Well, ma'am, you made babies with him.
Yeah, but I was young. I feel like that's not fair. I was very young. We all make mistakes.
That was pathetic.
Say that again.
I feel like that's not fair because we all make mistakes. And I was young and now I'm older.
You're 25 years old and you feel like that's not fair. Ma'am, you sound like a...
What?
Bitch, if you want a burger,
Eat a burger.
eat a burger. Bitch, if you want a french fry,
Eat your french fry.
eat a french fry.
I mean, seriously, ma'am. I feel like that's not fair.
I don't know.
That's not something an adult says. What does your ex do?
He works at GM.
GM. And what's so bad about him?
It's a lot of inner issues like with him. Like he's just angry. He can get...
But you had 2 babies with him.
Yes, and that was before I was young.
High value men are not an insurance policy. They're not a get out of jail free card. You got nothing, young lady, because you had children. You need a man, period. You are in no position to be picky.
Do you think marriage advice should come from a married person?
Yes and no. And the reason why I say that is because what I'm never personally going to do as far as marriage goes, I'm never going to be like, oh, you don't need to be with that person. You need to, I don't do that, right? Does it hurt? Does the information that I'm giving hurt you to incorporate listening better? Does it hurt you to incorporate learning the desires of your partner? Does it hurt you to incorporate loving that person the way they want to be loved? Does it hurt you to understand that your tone might sound a little bit crazy to a masculine man? Does it hurt you to be more assertive than aggressive? If it doesn't hurt, then take it, try it, see what works for you. I have been successful in relationships. I just haven't chosen to be married yet. So
That's
yes
fair.
and no.
That's real.
That being said, I also feel like if you know someone that is happily married yes, take their advice. Yes, absolutely hear what they have to say. And also, if you know someone that is unhappily married, take their advice too on what not to do, right?
This is true.
There are some people that have intuition and insight. I feel like there are some people that have experience and time. And I think that all of it could just help to increase your experience as someone that's dating or married if that's what you desire.
That's real. I love that answer. Because it's a lot of people that say single people shouldn't be giving marriage advice.
Show me your successful married people, and then we could talk.
I mean, I'm not the one who said it.
No, that's what I'm saying to these people.
I'm just saying, the way you said that, I didn't say that.
Even just in my family, everybody in my family is married. I come from I've seen it, I've seen what works. And so I'm really speaking from that more than anything. I'm not teaching this because I'm so smart. I'm teaching it because I learned through watching others.
And you lived it yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of these modern women be sitting in the presence of a man who treats her like a queen. Sitting in his presence, and this man is he's acting like, hey, I'm trying to be a good man, I'm an upstanding citizen, and all those things. But because modern women are emotionally stunted, because they're not really healed like they say they are, they run that man off, essentially fumble that man, and then say, oh, it's his loss. No, it's not. It's actually his gain. You're a loser.